In this video series, I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to turn this old Nissan Pathfinder into a budget SUV stealth camper. I already got the windows all blacked out, so this is a good start for privacy, but I am still going to make some custom inserts made out of reflective insulation and then lining it with black cloth to keep it even more stealthy, and building a curtain system inside so no light leaks out. Let's get started. For the curtain, I'm going to be using this Eclipse blackout and hanging it with this generic Walmart rod. I'm trimming the curtain material just enough so it hangs about 6 inches from the floor. Then I'm going to use the rest of the material for the window shades. So what makes this Eclipse curtain really good option is it's a blackout curtain. So from the front, like in the windshield area, that's all you'll see, and from the inside it should block all the light out. I just trimmed the remainder of the material we don't need. We're probably going to use that for the reflectix and coat hanger. It's perfect size. I'm going to mount these right at the B-pillar handlebars so I can just slide the curtain back and forth. Another great thing about this specific curtain is it doesn't fray very easily. Like, I just cut it with scissors and it's showing no signs of fraying. So I can't imagine that'll rip apart over time like most fabrics. The curtain rod material just happens to be soft enough so I can easily pierce through the metal with a screw and a hammer, and then flatten the outer portion so I can pinch it between the B-pillar and the handlebars. So for these handles, you just got to pry this up with your thumb, fingernail, then take this 10mm bolt out. And then it should come outwards, and I'm going to squeeze the coat hanger right here in the middle and put the bolt through it. Do the same thing on the other side. Let's get started. This is what the final product looks like. I just tucked the curtain material behind the seat, which works perfectly, and it's like very minimal visibility up top. So this blackout curtain definitely works. So if I want to drive it, I just slide it back that way so it doesn't get in the way of the rear view mirror, and then just close it back up when I need to. And for the window shades, I'm using reflectix insulation. You'll find it in the description below. It doesn't just block out light, but also keeps heat in the vehicle. You just press it up against the window and trim as close to the edges as possible. All you really need besides the reflectives is a pair of scissors, a marker to draw an outline with, and a measuring tape. To save a lot of time, I do one side of the vehicle first and use those windows as templates for the other side. The rear window was the hardest one to figure out since there are shocks and defroster wiring in the way, along with a third brake light, but with enough time and patience, you make cutouts for each item and you're able to get it to sit flat. I'm also adding Velcro to the windows for additional support. The reflectix material comes in a foil-like shiny finish, which attracts a lot of attention. So I'm actually covering them with the blackout curtain material so that it is stealthy.
I'm sticking it on with the 3M Super 77 spray adhesive, which you'll find in the description below. Ran out of curtain material, so I'm using this Waverly generic black fabric for the rest of the windows. Generously spray one side of the Reflectix first and lay it down as flat as you can possibly do, with trying to avoid any wrinkles right up front. It's very hard to fix the wrinkles later on once you have it laid out, so just try to get it right the first time.
I just try to trim as close as I can to the original Reflectix template that I cut out, and try to get as close to the edge as possible, replicate any slots that I cut out. And I'm probably gonna have either my mom or my fiance stitch up the sides just to make it more reliable. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how these turned out so far. Since I'm gonna have the bed platform elevated 6 inches, these don't really have to go. That, and I still want to keep all the safety stuff and the jack, so I can switch a spare tire if needed on the road. But these I will be removing, since it's only 2 bolts on each of these seat bases. That's going to create another 6 to 8 inches of headroom, so I can extend the bed platform even more. So just removing the seat bases definitely created so much more space up here. So I am gonna extend the platform till it meets all the way over here. It's about another 8 inches of headroom. And then I'm gonna create a frame to support the whole bed platform. But I am gonna remove these after all, since there's no point of keeping them. It'll save more weight and potentially have more storage space under here. I'm gonna remove the buckles as well, along with some of this insulation and old carpet, create more room for storage under the platform. So with all that carpet and insulation removed, it creates so much more room. So much more room for me to build a frame and storage in. I am going to keep this factory insulation here though, since I could use all the insulation possible. I just didn't want any of that old carpet that is going to be in the storage compartment anyway. So yeah, let's get measuring to build a frame. The whole idea is to create a frame made out of these 2x6s and box it in across, but still leave enough room to be able to still use this, and create another storage compartment up front, and also keep it level with the wheel well platform, just to have the largest surface area possible for us to sleep on. So I'm going to show you how these window insulation privacy covers work. I'm just going to put them all on and show you how dark and effective it is. So as you see, all of them fit really snug and don't allow any light in. There we go. whatsoever, except for this back window. I still need to work on a top strip of some sort, but I'm gonna have that figured out shortly. And then the curtain's still open with this much visibility. Once you close it, all the light that's left is maybe one inch up top, but everything else is very, very private. So this method's extremely effective. And let's turn some lights on in here. So you see, I had to turn the lights on, and it's freaking broad daylight outside. So you know for a fact that this method is very effective. The material is also very thick since I have thermal insulation in between. So it should keep the heat in the car in the winter time and keep heat out in the summertime, and keep it pretty neutral in here for the most part, since the glass definitely lets a lot of the heat in the summer. So hopefully that works out. I don't think it's going to work for extreme temperatures, like if it's 90 degrees or hotter outside, or if it's like 30 degrees or colder, it might not hold the heat well. I would suggest a different solution or get a van. But this is a budget build, and I'm just trying to build a weekend 3-day trip vehicle that I can use. So I now have insulation and privacy figured out, and the car is now gutted for more space. So I'm going to start measuring some more and start building that bed platform frame. But this is going to be it for today. If you are interested in how I build that platform, that frame, and doing storage and whatnot, I'm going to be posting that on the next video. I got to go shop for some more supplies and finish up some measuring. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.